So how did I ever get involved in events? Well, it was kind of strange in that I was producing television, and the show that I was producing was catered, and the caterer and I became friends. And when the show ended, she said, "Why don't you come and build my catering division?" And I thought, I don't know how to do that. And it was my husband who said, "Sure you do. You've got those skills." And it was there that I learned how to produce events, and I learned that I really loved events. And I did it for 9.5 years, and I ended up going to all the events that I got as jobs for this caterer, and I loved it. And after that, I started thinking about my background and realized that my mother loved entertaining, and my grandmother, who back in the day in San Francisco had one of the first gourmet food shops ever. So I think I come by this rather genetically. The industry changes according to the economy. When the economy is good, people are more likely to open up their wallets. And when the economy is tighter, people tend to be very careful about their spending and what kind of event they want to do. Recently, the entertainment industry, which is quite pronounced here in Los Angeles, has taken a hit. And more people are without jobs, and so that has impacted the event industry. So how do I collaborate with all of the different people involved in making an event successful? I fall back on how I used to produce TV. My background is research. So when I talk to a planner, I ask them who their client is, what their client likes, what is their aesthetic, what are their expectations, what kind of food do they love, what kind of food do they not like. And I make sure that the caterer knows that. And I choose the caterer based on that information, because my business model is one size does not fit all. But I feel like Catering Concierge as a service is a one-stop shop. The new ideas and trends that I would like to see shaping the event industry is for planners and hosts to take more risks. I would like to see more experimentation and more creativity. There is a wonderful dinner that I saw happen, which was a surreal dinner. And people came with, or they were given masks from surreal artists, and they were characters at the dinner. I love the idea of experiential events where people get to interact with the food that is being presented, how it's being presented, how they approach the food and eat the food. The event becomes its own experience. The best advice that I can give to event professionals in order to compete in this kind of very competitive market is to make sure that what you're offering has value, that the menu isn't just a lot of cool words without much substance behind them, that the pricing that you're offering is reflective of that. You need to do your work to find out what are the expectations of the client and ask enough questions so that their answers inform them as to what they might not have thought about. And to take into consideration that not every caterer wants to do all the jobs. And that's a good thing. because I think we all want to specialize in what we do best. Memorable experiences are very much dependent on the client's requests. An experience that I had was memorable because of who the client was. The client is an innovator in design of all their products. And the fact that we were able to please them and show them an event spread of food that they approved of was the highlight of my career. And I love working with clients who are fastidious, meticulous, and rather picky. And so great events happen when the client cares the most and wants to be able to pay whatever it takes to achieve the goal that they want to achieve with the event. So, sometimes I think, why does anybody call Catering Concierge? Why should I, as a concept, as a service, exist? And I've thought a lot about it, and what I realize is I'm not the caterer, I am certainly not the planner, I am not the florist, nor am I the rental company. But all of those elements need to have attention. They need someone who questions everything about what they are going to provide, how they're going to provide it, when they're going to provide it, how much is it going to cost. And that assembly of answers can help create and produce the best result possible. That's what I love to do. I just love to be that mediator between things. And as a producer of television, that is what I did, was I gathered the right elements together to produce the best result. Because we all need to attend to each of those elements, and then you need someone who puts it all together and brings the best out of each of those